This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for USVI News. I'm Haley Potter. We begin with news out of St. John. VIPD are asking for your help in finding a 56-year-old woman who was reported missing in St. John on March 8th. Take a look. This is 56-year-old Sarm Joan Lillian Heslop. She was last seen on March 7th aboard the vessel Siren Song that was off the coast of St. John. She's a Caucasian female. Her height and weight are unknown at this time, but she does have a tattoo on her left shoulder. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Heslop is urged to call 911, the Criminal Investigation Bureau at 340-774-2211, or Crime Stoppers USVI at 800-222-TIPS. You are urged to say something if you saw something. Meantime, another day goes by that an elderly man has been missing in St. Croix. 80-year-old Michael Doder Emanuel has been missing since the morning of February 19th when he walked away from his home in the Canebrake Apartments. Take a look at him. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall, weighs about 150 pounds, and has black hair and brown eyes with a dark complexion. Investigators are offering a $3,200 reward for information leading to his whereabouts. And anyone with information on the whereabouts of Michael Manuel is urged to call 911, the Wilbur Francis Command at 340-778-2211, or the crime tip line at 340-778-4950. And now to the latest on the COVID-19 numbers here in the territory. As of Tuesday morning, there were 97 active cases, 61 in St. Croix, 35 in St. John, in St. Thomas, and 1 in St. John. We will bring you the latest COVID-19 cases again tomorrow. And there's some big vaccine news here across the VI today. Virgin Islanders can now schedule vaccinations online through the Department of Health website. This website is covid19usvi.com/vaccine, and that website is also on your screen right now. Once you're on the site, all you have to do is fill out some paperwork and schedule a vaccine. All Virgin Islanders ages 16 or older are now eligible to receive the vaccine, and residents without internet access can still book appointments at one of the community vaccination centers by calling the VITEMA hotline at 340-777-VAX, which is 8227. And there is a community vaccination center in each district. It's at the University of the Virgin Islands Great Hall in St. Croix and at UVI Sports and Fitness Center in St. Thomas. After the first week of the community vaccination centers taking appointments, almost 25,000 people have been vaccinated in the territory as of March 7th. And with more vaccines going into arms, Governor Albert Bryan eased some COVID-19 restrictions. This took effect on Monday. So these restrictions are restaurants can seat up to 75% of their capacity, and they can now seat parties of more than 6. Taxis can transport more than 50% as long as all of the passengers are from the same group, and beaches will remain open until 5 p.m. on weekends and holidays. All masking and social distancing measures are still in effect for now. As we move forward with vaccines and work toward herd immunity here in the VI, Governor Bryan will consider easing those too, but for now, they are very much still in place. While we're seeing eased restrictions here on the islands, the CDC has just released newly updated guidelines for folks that are fully vaccinated. Those who are fully vaccinated can now gather with other vaccinated people without having to wear a mask or practice social distancing. They can also visit with unvaccinated people who aren't at risk for developing serious disease. However, the agency still recommends against travel at this time. And President Biden is set to make his first primetime address this week. The president will speak on the nation on Thursday night to commemorate the one-year anniversary of the COVID-19 shutdown. March 11th is significant because on that day last year, the World Health Organization declared coronavirus a global pandemic. Meantime, the airline industry has issues with those latest COVID-19 guidelines from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC says people who are fully vaccinated still should not travel. However, Airlines for America says heavily filtered air and mask wearing make it less likely for passengers to get infected with the virus. The director of the CDC says there's usually a rise in COVID-19 cases following a surge in travel, and health experts predict that could happen in the coming weeks because of spring break. And in St. Thomas, the Main Street Revitalization Project is moving closer to completion, with Post Office Square wrapping up its construction. More traffic lanes have opened up, and our USVI News' Allie Bornvanak takes us there.
Haley, there's been lots of construction going on in downtown and around Main Street, but there's good news from the Department of Public Works. This area, our historic Post Office Square, the construction here is now complete. This is all a part of the St. Thomas Main Street Enhancement Project. With Post Office Square work being completed, the westbound lane is open to traffic again. For the Garden Street portion of the project, Euro cobble pavers have also been installed by Island Roads, according to the Department of Public Works. For now, more construction work continues on Bunker Hill and around Back Street. And as more construction projects continue, the Department of Public Works thanks the community for having patience as they complete these projects. The estimated cost of this project is $15.3 million. In St. Thomas, Ali Born-Vanek, USVI News.
Thanks, Ali, for that update, and we will, of course, keep you up to date with the progress of this construction as it takes place. And now for some good news out of St. Croix. For VI residents, a surgery such as a total knee replacement would usually require an off-island trip to have that procedure done. But the St. Croix Surgery Center is now offering these specialized surgery procedures and total joint replacements of the knee and hip in an outpatient setting. Last month, they report performing the first outpatient total knee replacement in the territory, which they say helps the patient recover in the comfort of their own home.
What the trend has been in the States and what we've been doing in the States, and now we're bringing to the territory, is the opportunity to do hip and knee replacements and go home on the same day. What this means for the patient: less exposure to illnesses and sicknesses in the hospital, a better experience for the patient overall because they're able to recover and manage themselves at home, and thirdly, it's more economical for both the patient, the healthcare system, and decreases the overall cost and intervention for what was a very expensive procedure. We can make it more comparable to other procedures in as far as cost and pricing. This is encouraged by governmental insurances as well as your private insurances for these very reasons. And we find that people overall have a better healthcare experience. This is a long time coming. This is not something that began just this week or last week. This has been something that we've evolved into over the years. And it's a collaborative effort. I am personally the surgeon who does it, but this is a collaborative effort of many specialists, anesthesiologists, nursing teams, skilled OR teams, advisories from off-island, and it's an amalgamation of well thought out, well executed process, both in just assembling the team to be able to manage a patient through this process, making sure that they're healthy, as well as the safety during the procedure, and being able to safely manage the patient from the operating room to home and making sure that they get the best possible outcome.
And again, this is the first time we are seeing something like this take place in St. Croix. And new Chromebooks and cases are now in the hands of some Red Ribbon Week contest winners. The 2020 Red Ribbon Week took place at the end of October, and students were challenged to create posters and essays explaining how drug use and being brave enough to be drug-free can impact students' happiness. In St. Croix, the winners were 6th grader Sahara Bryan at Alfredo Andrews Elementary and Ajahi Rosario, a junior at the St. Croix Educational Complex High School. In St. Thomas and St. John District, the winners were senior Jaheda Williams at Ivana Eudora Keene High School and Wanaya Beg, a sophomore at the Charlotte Amali High School. The territorial poster contest top prize went to Conrad Phipps, a 4th grade student at the Ricardo Richards Elementary School. Congratulations to all of those students. And President Biden has nominated 2 female general officers to serve as 4-star combat commanders. He made this announcement late Monday afternoon in the East Room to mark International Women's Day. The nominees are General Jacqueline Van Ovos to be commander in the U.S. Transportation Command and Lieutenant General Laura Richardson to be the commander of the U.S. Southern Command. Mr. Biden calling both nominees qualified warriors and patriots. The president also taking the opportunity to strongly condemn sexual assault and violence against women in the military.
Each of these women have led careers demonstrating incomparable skill, integrity, and duty to country. And at every step, they've also helped push open the doors of opportunity to women in our military, blazing the trail a little wider, a little brighter for all proud women following in their path and looking to their example.